College basketball on ESPN Plus. As one chapter closes the 2025 fall semester, so does the non-conference schedule for West Virginia men's basketball here from the Hope Coliseum in Morgantown, West Virginia. It's the 8-4 Mountaineers getting set to take on Mississippi Valley State. Alongside the West Virginia Hall of Famer Warren Baker, I'm Andrew Caridi. As we get ready for this one, we'll look at the players expected to make a difference in this one. We'll start with Mississippi Valley State. They come into this game with a 1-11 record. Michael James is a good one. He's averaging 20 points per game. That doesn't happen by accident.
Yeah, he can go get his zone. He's one of those guys that doesn't have to have a lot of screens. He can go one-on-one and get it.
And meanwhile, for West Virginia, how could you not focus on Honor Huff after the season and last game that he had against Ohio State, almost single-handedly willing West Virginia to a win. Mountaineers, unfortunately, coming up short in double overtime, but as good as advertised, making that jump to the Power 4 level.
You're exactly right. Leads the nation in threes right now with 49, so the guy is as good as advertised.
And Brennan Laurent just as dynamic. He had 18 in that game against the Buckeyes, going 7 for 7. As we're ready to mix this one up here at the Hope Coliseum. Final game of the 2025 calendar year. West Virginia wins the tip-off. Jasper Floyd wins it from Arlen Obioha. And we are underway. Hard to believe, Bake, that it's been 9 days since West Virginia played, but obviously you want to have that extra time as Eagle staff misfires on his first shot. Time to take care of finals, reload, recalibrate, everything, really get fresh.
Right, and everybody's going through the same thing, so you just have to try to stay as sharp as you can.
Bake, what are you looking for in the game when you do have fresh legs and you do have a team that you obviously are favored against?
Yeah, well, you want to see everybody play hard. Guys that are on the bench need to pay attention to make sure they're ready to go.
Absolutely. Here's a short jumper from the foul line, missed by Mississippi Valley State. West Virginia able to pull down the rebound, missed from Irogama. Here's the starting five for West Virginia, unchanged really, as Huff lets go from way downtown and strokes it over the top of Michael James. 3-0 West Virginia.
I saw Mississippi Valley State play against Florida State, and they play a 2-3 zone. Look for Hunter to have a lot of open shots today.
Delta Devils coming off a 96-49 loss to Florida State. That coming Friday. And they have been in Morgantown for quite some time as they try and go to the basket here. Good defense from Eagle staff, forces the miss. Obioha able to pull down the rebound. Delta Devils have been road warriors this season. Huff along the baseline, finds Eagle staff. He'll let it go again. Off the front of the rim, Obioha rebound as he was being dragged along the baseline. And we'll look to refresh here. West Virginia's got 15 on the shot clock. Floyd around James. There's a soft spot for Laurent, who goes up and draws the foul. He'll shoot 2.
Jasper Floyd shows you what he can do. Draws all the people to him and then drops it off to Belo. Belo will go to the line to try to knock a couple free throws down.
Head coach George Ivory in his 4th season as the Delta Devils head coach, 13 seasons prior at Arkansas Pine Bluff, as Laurent will shoot 2 here for West Virginia. Belo's first is up and in. And there's a first-year head coach for the Mountaineers, Ross Hodge. Very insightful through the first 12 games for the West Virginia head coach. I thought his media availability said a lot this week as he got ready for a Mississippi Valley State team that obviously is 1-11 on the season. But it's a time where you can never have enough focus on your own team, and this is one of those weeks.
That's exactly right. Talking to him today, he just said, I want everybody to come out and make sure that they play as hard as they can, because you never know when it might be your last game.
That's been the overwhelming message of the non-conference schedule for the Mountaineers. Eagle staff pulls down the rebound. Grayson Eagle staff has missed his 2 first shots of the game, but is committed to both sides of the ball for West Virginia. And Coach Hodge also saying that this West Virginia team has done exactly what he's asked them to do. There's no resistance, there's no pushback. There's a 2-pointer for Obioha. And it's 7-0.
Good high-low from Belo to Obioha.
Del Holmes has got it now. 6'2" junior from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Huff has got that defensive assignment. And they will bounce it in. Irogama trying to spin off Obioha and through to nobody in particular. It's a turnover, which will give West Virginia the ball. with 17-14 to go here in the first. This is a good ball movement by West Virginia early on, high-low.
And one thing about a zone, that foul line area is always going to be open there. You get a guy to flash in there and look low, you'll have a lot of good stuff, and West Virginia just did execute that.
West Virginia will introduce Amir Jenkins, the freshman, into the lineup here as Jasper Floyd heads to the bench. All West Virginia early, almost 3 minutes into the contest, is Lorient given space again at that foul line in that zone, Bake.
Yeah, it's usually open right there. You just have to go hard. Ooh.
And they're going to get Velo for a jump ball. That was one of those rare jump up and the ball stays in your hands. He came down with it, everybody froze. You don't get those all that often.
No, you don't.
But Bake, back to the previous point that Coach Hodge was making about this West Virginia team. They lead 7-0. Committed to the game plan, committed to the philosophy.
Yes.
Obviously, that's one of those things where you're not going to have any measurable success if you're not having that.
That's regardless of who the opponent is.
Yep. 3-ball wouldn't go, and we'll have a foul to keep it with Mississippi Valley State. We're going to get Lorient on the foul call as he got a hand up high on Lamont Sams, the 6'9" senior from Savannah, Georgia. And also, Michael James is going to, so that was actually a collision between the two players.
Yeah.
It was James and Sams of the Delta Devils, and James is also maybe worse for wear, actually. He's going to check himself out of the game as they clashed heads.
They could ill afford to lose him. I mean, he's the offense that the Delta Devils look to score for them, and he right now is really on, I don't know whether it's a bloody nose or what.
He'll get attended to here, and they will also take Sams out of the game. So 2 changes here for the Delta Devils as they get an offensive board, but the putback wouldn't go. And we do have a foul called against Mountaineers' DJ Thomas underneath. They'll shoot 2 and try and get on the board here.
Mississippi Valley State is shorthanded as it is. They only have 8 guys dressed.
Yeah. So Iro Gama is at the line. He'll shoot and make the first one. 6'8" junior from England. We go back to Michael James. What a miss that would be. Leads the team in points, field goal attempts, made threes, and practically everything. Steals, minutes. And he makes both of them, and it's 7-2 West Virginia, 5-point lead as they continue to attend to James.
Yeah, it looks as though he has a bloody nose over there, so.
Get her cleaned up, get back out there.
That's right. They'll patch him up and get him back on the court.
Into the corner, Huff has already hit a 3 in the game. Stretched out to Eaglestaff, 12 on the shot clock. Huff again, sidestep, and off the back iron, rebound, NVSU. West Virginia is 2 for 4 to begin this game, and the miss from Huff makes them 2 for 5. Went out to a 7-0 lead early on. Baseline drive, Eaglestaff got beat, the shot rims in and out. Another offensive rebound. Got those in back-to-back possessions here.
You know, Mississippi Valley State obviously having a very rough season, but every game that I've seen, they have played hard. Now they just don't have the numbers right now to really compete.
Emzane with 3 on the shot clock. It's a deep 3. That's backboarded on the miss by Pat Punch. Here comes West Virginia back the other way. We're in a break zone as Jenkins bounces one to Moore. Space opens up. Fields spins to the basket, draws the foul, and he'll shoot 2 free throws when we come back from the Hope Coliseum. Early on in the final non-conference game of the season for West Virginia basketball, they're up 7-2 on MVSU on ESPN+. Bake early on here for the Mountaineers, coming out playing with energy. That's the expectation for Coach Hodge.
Well, yeah, it is. And, you know, West Virginia's going against a zone, which I think is fine because you don't get to see it very often. But, yeah, I think they're playing hard like Coach Hodge wants.
All right, third member of our broadcast team is Angelica Trinone, and she's standing by with more.
Andrew, when we talked to Coach Hodge earlier today, we asked him, how do you keep your team motivated more than a week in between games? The holiday break now mere hours away. He said it's simple. He tells them there's not an infinite number of basketball games to play. Other than this one here tonight, there's no guarantee. He said he doesn't like to be morbid like that with his team, but you never know when you could roll an ankle or jab a finger. So he wants to make sure that they don't slop through it. Always go out and give it everything you have. And he said, keeping in the Christmas spirit, you can buy gifts, but you can't buy time. So always cherish an opportunity to put on the jersey.
Well said, Angelica. Thank you very much. Bake, I'm sure you got to a point at some point when you were done with your playing career a couple years go by and you go, man, I probably miss doing that a little bit.
Yeah, you do. You do. It's been a part of your life for so long, and then all of a sudden it's not there.
Jackson Fields is at the line for West Virginia, and his first free throw, no good. Mountaineers early on in this game, 2 for 5 to begin. Mississippi Valley State has not hit a field goal yet. They are 0 for 7. And Jackson Fields kind of a microcosm to West Virginia's depth chess match that they try and have with themselves as Harlan Obioha will check back into the game. You factor in, you know, the unavailability of certain players in necessary parts of the year. You look to the games like Wake Forest, Ohio State, where you didn't have Amir Jenkins till the fall. You didn't have Jackson until he got healthy, right? And if they're not practicing constantly with everybody else, you miss that chemistry, but you also miss that edge that you develop playing against really good players.
That's exactly right. Chance Moore was, wasn't able to play for quite some time.
We got a jump ball. This should go West Virginia's way, and it does. Moore was sitting out the first 5 games of the season. And another perfect example, when they finally got him activated, as we see this again from Obioha, nice recovery there to force the miss. Finally got him activated. He became a really important piece of the puzzle.
Right away, yes.
So Jenkins, Moore, and Floyd will be the backcourt combo here for West Virginia. Morris Ugasuk's got the ball now. He's since checked into the game, 23 in white. West Virginia in the white, Mississippi Valley State in the green uniform. Ill-advised pass from Obioha, second turnover of the game.
Yeah, he had it down low. That was going to be a rough pass to get through that zone.
Coach Hodge winces as he looks on. That was the difficulty of the zone that West Virginia's trying to navigate. Another move inside, tough finish there on the make for Emzing, a 6'10" junior from Sweden. It's a 4-point game. West Virginia's not had a field goal in 3.5 minutes. 14:08 to go here in our first half. Ugasuk's pass deflected. Another West Virginia turnover. That'll be the 3rd.
Boy, West Virginia sloppy with the basketball. You can tell Coach Hodge is not pleased at all.
Yep. Walked down the bench. Gave the thumb back toward his head.
Getting ready to have a line change here.
Yep. Going to make 3 of them. Eaglestaff, Lorient, and Huff. 3 starters going to come back into the game. Tough shot. And a miss forced by Ugasuk. Patrick Punch not able to punch it in there. 4-point lead for West Virginia. Jenkins has got it between the circles. Amir slices through. Open look for Floyd. In and out. Rebound. Obioha using all but 7 foot to grab the board. Space for Thomas. Jenkins with 10 on the shot clock. Obioha wide open, knocked his man down, and the double move. Second move ends up drawing a foul. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Took him a while to realize that the defender had gone down, and Obioha had an easy layup, got the ball, but it was fouled.
Second personal on Patrick Punch. Obioha will go to the line. That's the team 3rd foul against Mississippi Valley State. Not the first time that Mississippi Valley State has been here in Morgantown, but 2016, I think. And last time is Obioha misfires on the first one. So here's the line change for West Virginia. Jenkins, Ugasuk, and DJ Thomas all to the bench. Huff, Lorient, and Eaglestaff have re-entered. This is the starting 5 for West Virginia back out there. Obioha's second freebie is up and in to put West Virginia back up 5. Nice crowd today at the Hope Coliseum, final non-conference game of the season. Missed assignment there for West Virginia, and a bunny missed Wide open look for Lamont Sams, who is back in the game after the collision with his fellow teammate Michael James, also recently coming back into the game. Those two clashed heads in the first couple minutes of the contest. Good to see him back out there for Mississippi Valley State's sake. Lorient got space to open up, and he'll hook it off the backboard and in.
West Virginia can have whatever they want inside this evening. You know, they're just patient enough to do it. The one thing about West Virginia having to go against the zone, you never see West Virginia play zone, so they're working on something that they don't see all the time.
That snapped a 4.5-minute drought without a field goal for the Mountaineers. Nice backdoor cut. Going up and finishing is Del Holmes, the junior. He's a team leader in assists for this Mississippi Valley State team. 11-6 Mountaineers. Foul line Lorient had his shot blocked underneath. And the Delta Devils will take it back. It was Zane who just got a piece of that one. Next dead ball will take us to another media timeout here from the Hope Coliseum. That one rolls off the leg of Del Holmes, who will recalibrate right now with only 14 on the shot clock. Whistle foul, and that'll go against the Mountaineers. Another break to take with 11:48 to go in the first half. It's West Virginia 11, MVSU 6 here on ESPN Plus from Morgantown. Flashback back to 2016. This game being played on November 14th of 2016. West Virginia beats Mississippi Valley State. Remember him? Nate Adrian, 107-66. Nate Adrian had 15. Elijah Macon had a bucket. And remember him? Javon Carter with a three-pointer as West Virginia cruised to a victory in that one. Not been a super clean start for West Virginia, but they have beaten MVSU every time that they have played. To go back to the 90s. We got highlights from that one too, Bake, that we are unearthing whenever the powers that be allow us to do that. Welcome back to the Hope Coliseum. West Virginia 11, Delta Devils 6 with 11:43 to go. In our first half, we got a moving screen to give West Virginia possession. Zane will pick up the foul.
Yeah, trying to get James open. James was coming off the screen, but moving. So I think Coach Ivory, with his ball club right now, has to be pretty well pleased. They only have one turnover right now.
Yeah.
They ended up with 25 turnovers against Florida State last ball game out. So protecting the ball is something that has been an issue for them, but up to this point, they've done well.
And back-to-back offensive fouls. This one going to be against Lorient. A second personal against Brennan Lorient. And MVSU's got the ball back. Nearing the halfway point has not been a solid start for West Virginia, shooting just 38% and an easy drive to the basket for the Delta Devils here to make it a three-point game.
And we've seen teams attack West Virginia like that, and boy, that was just a miscommunication on the defense.
Into Lorient, he had it knocked away. Sams finishes, James finishes, and it's a one-point game. So West Virginia on the wrong end of a 6-0 run. Delta Devils have hit 3 of their last 3 field goals. And they are gaining momentum here. You can tell with their body language and with their intensity, Bake. Into the corner, Huff. West Virginia still trying to unlock this zone that they're playing. Eaglestaff inside. Lorient with 3. Twists back to Floyd at the buzzer. It's up and in. Shot needed there for West Virginia. Cuts into this run and makes it 14-10.
Well, it's experience. Jasper Floyd knew exactly when he got the ball that it had to go up, so he was set to shoot.
I think West Virginia has quickly realized they're in a bit of a ball game right now.
Oh, yeah.
Floyd forces the turnover, has Huff running with him, and Floyd will draw the foul against James.
Well, in the early going, and I know not into league play yet, but Jasper Floyd right now is leading the Big 12 in steals. You know, things about the ramp up here when they get into Big 12 play, but he has shown that he can take the ball.
Floyd will shoot 2. That's the first foul on James. The first one up and in. Bake, I love the contrast that you have between Mississippi Valley State, who is towards the bottom of every statistic, every measurable, and then when you finally get things going back on January 2nd, you're on the road at Iowa State, number 3 in the country, arguments to be the number 1 team.
You're right. That's exactly right.
Not the Big 12 in America.
In America, yeah.
Second free throw missed from Floyd, but an offensive rebound and an open look for Huff. Almost a 4-point play for West Virginia as the rebound fought for Eaglestaff and Irogama. West Virginia by 5 here as we've officially reached the halfway point of our first half. Pushed up and missed by Patrick Punch. He has not hit a bucket yet. Eaglestaff quickly the other way. Hemmed in along the baseline. Huff tries to chase it down, and he does. Athletic play there, gets it over to Jasper Floyd. It was like a volleyball chase down. 9 on the shot clock. Huff short that time from way downtown. And it'll be Delta Devil basketball. Big the look that we had on this one. He was coming right
at us, yes.
Out of all the players to potentially run into us, I would take Honor Huff.
Yes. I don't want to see OBO come over across the table here.
Hard pass. 5-point lead for West Virginia. Mountaineers shooting 36% in this game. Xavier Barnett handling here for the Delta Devils. Junior from Arkansas. Another deflection by Ugasuk, who deflected it for a 3rd time, but it squirts over to the leading scorer on the Delta Devil team. His shot no good. James couldn't get it to fall, and West Virginia could not keep it in with Huff that time as well.
This team is not playing like they're 1-11. I mean, they are going at it now. Not all their shots are dropping, but you cannot fault the effort.
West Virginia jumped out to a 7-0 lead, and then Mississippi Valley State had it to a 1-point game as that one's knocked loose by Obioha. Floyd can't save it.
Well, they're determined to hit us today, you know.
Evidently, we've survived so far. West Virginia went up 7, and then the lead only came down to 1. More active hands from the West Virginia defense, forcing these unclean possessions, and we'll get a foul call on Floyd, blocking call.
Jasper Floyd.
That'll be his second.
Michael James can make you do that because he handled it well. And like I said at the beginning, he can create his own. And that time he got Jasper Floyd a little too tight and got the foul. So good players will do that.
That's 2 West Virginia starters with 2 fouls. Lorient's got 2, and now Floyd's got 2. Something to keep an eye on here with 8:40 to go, first half. Into the corner. Barnett. Punch. Handoff. James. Tough shot. Able to drop it in, and it's a 3-point game, 15-12.
That's creating your own.
Snaps a 2-minute-plus scoring drought for Mississippi Valley State. So the combination of Jenkins, Thomas, Huff, Obioha, and Ugasuk. There's a mixed match lineup here. Huff, Thomas. There's the space he got again. Try to muscle his way up, and he'll draw a foul. And we'll get a foul on Irogama.
Foul whistle to number 30, Tyrone Irogama.
That's his second. We just look at that defense from Ugasuk and the nicer shot.
Yeah.
Michael James.
DJ Thomas at the free throw line.
In the games that I've seen James, he never looks like he's really rattled, you know?
First free throw missed by Thomas. Mountaineers 5 of 9 from the charity stripe so far to begin this game. Bake, you said it, West Virginia will get what they want inside.
Yeah, they will. The spacing the last couple of times has been bad. Both post players were too close together down in the lane. Need a little bit more space, give the guy down low a chance to work.
Jackson Fields checks back in for the Mountaineers.
Jackson Fields will come back in for Harlan Obioha. So what's the antidote to that?
Well, really you'd like to see somebody be able to hit a jump shot or 2 from the free throw line.
Gotcha.
And that would draw somebody out, which would leave more room inside for the big guy to work.
Keep an eye on that. Candidate of Amir Jenkins is out there. He can hit your mid-range stuff. 8 minutes to go, first half. Mountaineers by 4. In another break zone here from the Hope Coliseum. Holmes with 10 on the shot clock. Had to chase it down. Junior slings it to Sams. He wants to go all the way up and ran into Jackson Fields, who took that look away from him. Ugasuk to Huff. Jenkins at the foul line. Back to Huff. Honor Huff. Thomas able to knock it in.
DJ Thomas for 3.
Thomas shot that with a lot of confidence.
He did. 19-12 West Virginia. Mountaineers by 7, kind of like the Below 3 that he had against Ohio State. That jumper no good. Well, coming at very different points of the game. Sams back out to Holmes. It's the screen from Sams. 10 on the shot clock for Holmes with 7 minutes to go in the first. Good defense there by Jackson Fields to force the push out. Another contested 3, that off the front of the rim and skying out of the air is Amir Jenkins. He'll run it for West Virginia. Ugasuk in the corner for Huff, got to him late, but there's Fields. There's the extra pass. Jenkins, Ugasuk. He'll push one up and short. Ends up being a pass caught by Fields underneath. The jump save gathered there by Jenkins. Jenkins tries to spin to the basket. Look at a blocking foul called on James, which will take us to the timeout.
Mississippi Valley State foul called.
West Virginia by 7. How about the 3 ball from the big man, Thomas? Acres of space to work with. We'll be back at the Hope Coliseum.
About mental and physical rest. Coach Hodge says it's also been about self-reflection, and what he learned about this team is the way they take accountability. He said they do not fight back against what they're being asked to do, even though they maybe wouldn't have done it at the level he would have liked to at points, but they recognize that. They can see the points that they're hurting themselves in those close games, so now it's about taking those tough losses and growing from it. He said this team has a great ability to bounce back from disappointment, and it hasn't impacted their belief, work ethic, or coachability, and that right there is what's going to allow them to get better as Big 12 conference play is on the horizon.
Thank you, Angelica. Yeah, no secret that West Virginia has the work cut out for them. It's Iowa State first, and then no days, no nights off from that point.
Oh, my goodness.
Amir Jenkins is at the line, shooting a 1-and-1 on the 7th team foul by Mississippi Valley State. It's the first of 2. How would you grade Amir Jenkins in the non-conference portion of the schedule, Bake? Obviously a freshman coming in, came during the fall, so did not have the full summer to work with.
Yeah, no, I thought he's done really, really well. You can just see the talent. His composure is what I like about him. You know, he doesn't seem to get rattled just to be a freshman yet. So he's going to only grow as time goes on.
I think Coach Hodge very satisfied with what he is seeing, not only the talent side, but the commitment to work.
Yes.
As a youngin coming in with a high pedigree, of course. Final 6:20 of the first half. West Virginia on a 6-0 run over the last 2 minutes. Ooh, nice backdoor find, but it gets away from Xavier Barnett. Another turnover here for Mississippi Valley State. That'll be their 5th of the game, which equals West Virginia's turnover number. Satisfied, though, you've only given it away 5 times.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing with Mississippi Valley State, as time goes on, you get fatigued. Those turnovers seem to, well, they're a little easier to have.
Thomas. Good, strong move to finish. Got in his bag for that one, a spin and a push-up. Mountaineers trying to create some separation here. Final 5:50 of the first half. It's an 8-0 run now. It goes all the way to 12-2. This is West Virginia's largest lead of the game, 11 points. Barnett with 6 on the shot clock. Tough baseline shot knocked in by the junior. Did not play the first 6 games of the season, coming off the bench here in this one. Mountaineers go on the interior again to Thomas. And the block from Sams will keep it with the Mountaineers. 5:15 to go in the first half.
Well, you have to like the way West Virginia's attacking the glass in the lane when they can. They have a big, huge advantage, and boy.
Speaking of big and huge.
Yeah, Justin Fields just tried to bring the rack down.
25-14 West Virginia. That lead is back to 11. West Virginia's field goal percentage up to 44% now. But again, Bake, can't ignore the elephant in the room. Delta Devils only with a couple of players coming off the bench available for them as we get the trip call against Jenkins, under 5 to go. West Virginia's commitment to defense and tempo Make it difficult for a short bench.
Oh, yes. Most certainly will. You know, they really like to get in your face and make it tough. That's why Coach Hodges' defenses over the years have been so good. Boy, I tell you what, this Michael James can get what he wants.
James now with 6 in the game to make it a 9-point contest. Fields to Huff. Got the attention. Eagle staff, extra pass out to Jenkins. Pushed up and in. West Virginia's hit another 3. That's their 4th of the game, and they're 40%.
All started with Honor Huff not trying to force anything, getting into Eagle staff, and Eagle staff rotating it around. That's the type of ball movement you like to see out of your team.
Barnett. That one's going to be jabbed away by Fields out of bounds. We'll stay with Mississippi Valley State when we come back. Our final media timeout of the first half. West Virginia 28, Delta Devils 16 here from the Hope Coliseum on ESPN+.
All right, everyone, it's time. From one end of the road.
It's got its largest lead of the game of 12 points. George Ivory has to be satisfied with the effort he's seen from his team. And of course, he goes back a while. He's a pretty substantial contributor to the program, much like Warren Baker to West Virginia.
Not going to go there, but you know, the thing is, he wears a lot of different hats too. You know, part athletic director. He does a lot of different things for the school, and they're just lucky to have a man like that.
Back underway. We'll see if the Delta Devils can get something going here. Final run of play of the first half as the jumper missed by Lamont Sams. Eagle staff got it to go that time. First field goal of the game for Trayson Eaglestaff. He's 1 for 3 on the three-pointer. James has Huff on him, to the quicker guys in college basketball. As that one takes a ricochet out of bounds off of West Virginia. We'll stay with the visitors.
Nice to see Eagle staff shot go down. West Virginia is going to have another outside threat along with Honor Huff, and that's what Eagle staff's supposed to do, and hopefully he really gets into a rhythm here.
Underneath, Fields made the shot tough for M. Zane. West Virginia pulls down the rebound. Jenkins into the corner for Huff now. Final 3 minutes of the first half. Jenkins step back, got the look, got the roll.
The hometown roll.
That's a three-pointer for West Virginia. Jenkins hits his 2nd of the game, and James answers with another baseline jumper in front of the West Virginia bench, 34-18. Hard to believe this was a 1-point game, Bake, first couple minutes of the contest, but West Virginia has pulled away. Their field goal percentage has ballooned to 53%, while the visiting Delta Devils are at 33%. Thomas all the way in and one.
And that's why that percentage has ballooned up. You start getting the shots down low like that, yeah, it's going to help your field goal percentage.
8 points for Thomas. He'll try and make it 9 with the and one free throw. That's the 2nd foul against M. Zane. And here is the free throw converted. When you look at guys like Thomas for West Virginia, Bank, think he's got a big role to play coming down
Yes, he does.
against these big physical Big 12 teams.
Every big man's going to have to be available because you're going to run into some big trees as you get in the league.
You got Jenkins with 8 and Thomas now with 9. The young guys leading the way. 10 on the shot clock. That's off a foot of West Virginia. They're going to get a kick call against the Mountaineers. It was a combination of Jenkins and Fields. And mind you, this is West Virginia playing with a good tempo and able to establish themselves without Brennan Lorient. 2 fouls in the game. James with 8. And it'll open right up for a slam dunk.
Well, excellent ball movement by Mississippi Valley State.
Hero Gama able to get the flush. 95 seconds left in half one. Thomas got the first one to miss. Look at that release from Huff. It's good.
Half second of the game. But that's what happens when you go down low like that. That defense has to collapse, and Honor's always ready to shoot it.
2 for 5 from 3 in this game. James relentless on the other end, but cannot get the shot to fall. Freshman Jenkins going to try and run with it now. Space down the middle. Jenkins all the way.
Amir Jenkins.
Pointed, he shoot down that lane. My goodness.
He's running suicides, basically got the stop, bucket, and then ran it back. We got some breaths here being taken. With 43 seconds to go, West Virginia leads by 22. It's their largest lead. Sam's with the air ball. Caught by Eaglestaff underneath the basket. West Virginia has a differential of 8 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock, so they'll run conventional offense here with 20 on the shot clock. Eaglestaff inside, Fields, nice baseline spin, and we'll have an offensive foul. Award the Delta Devils the basketball with 21 left in the half. They'll likely hold for the final look.
That's his second, team foul number 7.
That'll be the 7th team foul actually against West Virginia, so 1-and-1 free throws coming up. That's going to be 2 against DJ Thomas, and Pat Punch, the 76% free throw shooter. Check that, it's going to be Sam's 80% free throw shooter stepping to the line. Opportunity here for West Virginia to have the final possession of the half.
Mississippi Valley State down by 22 right now, but I really think that Coach Ivory is pretty pleased with the way his ball club has played.
First of the 1-and-1 up and in. Lamont Sam, 6'9", 200 pounds, from Savannah, Georgia. Had 6.7 rebounds against Florida State back on Friday. And up and in. And Ross Hodge wants to use a timeout to draw something up here for the final look of the first half. So West Virginia has hit 7 of their last 8 shots for a field goal percentage of 57%. They are 13 of 23 shooting, while the Delta Devils are 9 of 27. From three-point land, West Virginia has hit 54% of their looks, 7 of 13. You get 3-point buckets from Jenkins, Huff, and even DJ Thomas gave you a couple.
Yeah.
How has West Virginia adjusted to the zone, though, because they are finding their shots, and it is a combination. It was establishing themselves inside, but they were able to go inside out and find those 3 balls.
I think it's spacing. Their spacing has been really good, and the ball movement. They're whipping the ball around, and they're doing it before the defense has a chance to adjust. So.
All right, so Jenkins will be out there, Huff will be out there, Trayson Eaglestaff, Jackson Fields.
Little change by Mississippi Valley State. They're in a 1-3-1 zone for the end here. They knew that Coach Hodge was drawing up something, so they changed defenses here.
See West Virginia adjusts 2 with 10 seconds to go. Jenkins trying to work it to the foul line, now only 5 seconds for Eaglestaff. Trayson with 2 seconds left, no good. And that'll do it for half number 1. Here from the Hope Coliseum, West Virginia shoots over 50% in the half, 1 in double figures. That's Amir Jenkins with 10 points, has not missed a field goal, 3 of 3 from the field and 2 of 2 from three-point line. Angelica Trudeau now joined by West Virginia head coach Ross Hodge.
Okay, Coach, over the last 5 or 6 minutes here, you've been able to get some offense going. No, you aren't too happy with that last one there, but how can you create more separation in the second half?
Yeah, just doing what we're doing. They've made some tough shots as the shot clocks wind down. Offensively, I feel like we've got the ball in some pretty good places, had some pretty good looks to start the game. Just kind of settle in and get the ball to go in the basket a little bit.
What do you like from Amir Jenkins? He's been a spark for you here late.
Yeah, he's being aggressive. Obviously, when he's making shots from the perimeter, he's a tough cover. He's done a good job impacting the ball defensively. So definitely gave us a good spark down that last 10 minutes of the game.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Angelica and Coach Hodge. West Virginia leading by 20 at the halftime break on ESPN Plus from the Hope Coliseum in Morgantown. Second half coming at you here from the Hope Coliseum. West Virginia by 20 against Mississippi Valley State. And it's been the youngins doing the work for West Virginia here early on. As we'll look at Mississippi Valley State first, not a surprise that Michael James has been the one going for them. James has 8 points, and he's had to work for every single bucket he's found.
Well, yeah, but he has to do it every game, and that's the type of player that he is. The one thing I like about that young man is create his own shot.
Amir Jenkins on the other end for West Virginia is in double figures. Jenkins against Ohio State had just 2 points in that double overtime game, but has looked really comfortable here. 10 points, has not missed a shot yet, but it's also a dynamic performance in 13 minutes. He's got 3 rebounds and 2 assists to go along with it. Hopefully, it's the coming out party for him. And DJ Thomas, you can say the same for him. He's created his own shot too.
Well, yeah, and to get these freshmen, playing like they are right now, and getting the confidence, going to need everybody when you get in the big play.
Now West Virginia getting the warm-up shots in here as we're ready to go for the final West Virginia basketball of the 2025 calendar year. Just to recap this one, West Virginia over 50% from the floor and from three-point range. Actually, field goal percentage and three-point percentage is exactly the same at 54%. Jenkins has 10, Thomas has 9, Michael James has 8. And you also have to consider that Mississippi Valley State's pretty lucky to have their guys back out there. You had Sams and James hit each other in the face underneath the basket. Could have been an ugly situation, but no worse for wear as we get this one going. Other statistics, West Virginia's only turned the ball over 5 times. Mississippi Valley State 5 turnovers in the game as well. Points off of turnovers is an 8-6 advantage for MVSU. Defensive rebounding is 13-7 West Virginia. Offensive rebounds are even at 5 apiece. Bench points are 22-6 West Virginia. Points in the paint 12-10. It may feel a little more like that, Bake, for the Mountaineers, since they were able to get it inside a bunch. But what you do like too, you've got 8 assists on 13 baskets.
Yeah, West Virginia really started moving the ball well, and that's what they need to do. And that's why they're getting a good percentage outside, because they're working the ball around the perimeter, and then when they get it inside, there's no way that Mississippi Valley State's going to stop them.
Coach Hodge with his final message to the team. Not seen Chance Moore out there for West Virginia. We'll see if he goes in the second half. And West Virginia huddling up here with their final 5 to come out. Looks to be the same as the starting 5 in this game. So again, West Virginia travels to Iowa State for their conference opener on January 2nd at the Hilton Coliseum in Ames, Iowa, before welcoming Cincinnati and Kansas here to the Hope Coliseum. So it is the same starting 5 for West Virginia and for Mississippi Valley State.
Mississippi Valley State basketball to start the second half.
Thanks for joining us on ESPN Plus alongside Warren Baker. I'm Andrew Caridi. As James will be watched by Floyd to begin our second half. Huff playing some down-low defense at the block and forcing a miss from Del Holmes. Huff into the corner. Wide open look for Floyd. Whistle and a foul. Who do they got? Maybe a third. It is a third against Brennan Lorient. Just 26 seconds into the second half. A third personal against Brennan Lorient. On a pretty subjective call here, but we'll see it again.
And Ross Hodge Not pleased with that call at all.
It seemed like that ball was in a pretty neutral territory.
Sport, yeah.
Nice backdoor feed and finish by Michael James.
Mississippi Valley State really runs some nice stuff. They just don't have enough numbers right now, you know.
West Virginia a little stagnated in their opening offensive possession. Eagle staff off the right side of the rim. Obioha comes crashing in for the rebound. Elo gets the handoff underneath. Huff, Lorient, bounced into Obioha and one.
Yep. Nice pass by Belo.
Owen Obioha gets the field goal for West Virginia and will shoot the +1, making it 44-24 Mountaineers. That's another foul on Sams this time. That's his first.
We'll see how West Virginia adjusts. Mississippi Valley State came out and they're playing that 1-3-1 zone. They started 2-3, so and quite frankly, I'm glad to see West Virginia have to get some different looks like this.
Absolutely. Well, the obvious part is how West Virginia is going to attack that 1-3-1. They've been satisfied to go to the foul line and then move the ball as Lorient takes this one out of bounds. How do you adjust to that?
Well, what the Mississippi Valley State is trying to do right now is take away the three-point shot from West Virginia because, you know, Jenkins has hit some, you know, Huff has hit, Belo has hit one, and Eagle staff. So, I'm sorry, Thomas, not Belo, but they're going to try to shut that down.
Oh, that's a tough shot. And Obioha in the position to rebound and grab it for the Mountaineers. 18:22 to go in our second half here from the Hope Coliseum. Floyd into the deep wing for Huff. West Virginia working at baseline. That's the space, and that's the look for Obioha, the West Virginia wants. Just like you draw it up, the space is along the baseline, and West Virginia recognizes that.
Absolutely no way that they can stop West Virginia's side.
47-24 Mountaineers. Now on the defensive side for West Virginia, what's working, what's not, Bake?
Well, West Virginia getting a little bit more aggressive with the defense. So Obioha come out just now and help.
That'll be a 2-ball, rebounded by Lorient. West Virginia crashing the boards again. They've got a substantial rebounding advantage of 22-13. Huff, no look inside Lorient. Eagle staff gonna keep pulling the trigger and hit this time.
Ball goes inside, the defense collapse, and Eagle staff ready to shoot it.
And after missing his first three, Trayson Eaglestaff has hit consecutive three-pointers. Eaglestaff with 6, and we'll have a timeout called by George Ivory with 17:11 to go in the second half. West Virginia is running away with this one. The lead is 26, and 8-0 run over the last minute 37 here at home. We'll take a break. Our coverage of West Virginia basketball continues on ESPN+.
He said, yeah, a lot of emphasis is put on the physical change that he's made heading into this season, but he said the one area he really wants to see him grow is regulating his emotions a little bit. He said the big man gets excited, but that energy also can deplete awfully quick. He's very vocal. He called him a great teammate, but he said we need to make sure that energy stays a little more consistent throughout the games.
Thank you, Angelica. That's a solid point. You're burning a lot of calories if you're doing a jump celebration at 7', 250 or whatever he's hanging out in right now.
Well, he's done a great job of losing some weight, so I guess part of that is the energy that he has.
You know, when West Virginia's women's team won against Duke with 5 players at the Greenbrier, one of their forwards, Cece Riviere, was getting all juiced up when West Virginia was going on their run. And the message was the same from the West Virginia bench. So slow down. We need you the rest of the game. That'll be another turnover from MVSU. Give West Virginia the ball. 8-0 run over the last 2 minutes for West Virginia. As we welcome you back.
What a great night that was down at the Greenbrier to see that team win that.
Couldn't believe it, even when it was happening. What a deflection that was. Actually ended up ricocheting perfectly to Eagle staff. Can't help but smile about that. And also a shout out to West Virginia women's basketball. Put 101 up on Houston. First time they've ever scored over 100 points in a Big 12 game. That was their Big 12 opener. Eagle staff again. He's getting it going. He's got 9 points. That's his third three.
Looked really, really relaxed on the shot, and that's what he needs to do. Quit thinking about it and just shoot it.
Absolutely. That's the conversation, right? If you are doing what you're asked to do on both sides of the ball, they're going to let you keep doing it. As he probes this one loose, it's going to be a tie-up along the baseline, and looks like Mississippi Valley State had their man out of bounds as he was fighting for the ball. That is the case here with Irogama.
Referee Marcus Pettigrew right there on top of the play says, nope. Off of Mississippi Valley State, West Virginia basketball.
Coach Hodge has been encouraged by the commitment to defense and team identity from Trace and Eagle staff. The offense will come eventually. Put back slam for Obioha. We're seeing Trace and Eagle staff and Obioha smile. Good sign as West Virginia has turned this game into what many had expected it to be. 55-24 West Virginia. And they'll get a foul there on the Mountaineers. 2 free throws to come for the Delta Devils when we come back. West Virginia poured it on with a slam from the big man. 15:37 to go in half number 2 on ESPN+. The holidays, Bake. You know, I thought it would seem like Mr. Elf on the right side of your screen is sandbagging a little bit. Clearly, you've got the Grinch messing things up. Now, Santa's cardio was remarkably good, but a massive execution error. They forgot about the top of the bun. Would that make it a faceless sandwich, technically?
It would be,
the bottom bun? Okay. I hate those.
A lot of people don't want both buns. I mean,
that's true.
Just half the bun. That's it.
Carbs and all that. 55-24 West Virginia. 2 free throws coming up here from Michael James. James has scored 10 in the game. Jasper Floyd picked up the foul as James hits the first free throw. That was the third on Floyd. So early foul trouble for Floyd and Lorient, who's also got 3 fouls. Differences. Brennan Lorient has stayed out there for the Mountaineers.
Well, you know, you look at Mississippi Valley State, too. They can't press. I mean, they don't have enough people to really go out there and press. They've got to try to save some energy at one end of the floor, which is the offensive end a lot of times.
We're going to block and call against James.
Foul is whistled number 10, Michael James, his third.
Third foul on the Delta Devils' leading scorer in the game and on the season. Obioha.
Got the whole side to work if he likes. Oh, little short.
Rebound by Mississippi Valley State. Del Holmes is West Virginia in a man defense.
Yep.
Dribbled all the way to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Jenkins lost balance, and that allowed the initial floater and putback from Zane. Yeah, Mississippi Valley State on the board. They went almost 8 minutes without a basket. They are able to score there and make it 55-28. Jenkins to Belo. That's a blocking call. Every day of the week and twice on Sundays. Look at Sutton for the call. 6'7" junior from Dallas, Texas. You know, blocking calls are sometimes ticky-tack. That was
No.
That was not one of them. Team third foul with 14:37 to go here against the Delta Devils. Jenkins will have the inbound. Wide open Lorient. Flushed it through.
Well, how defense fall asleep like that? My goodness.
57-28 West Virginia. Field goal percentage at 56% for the Mountaineers, holding MVSU to 33%. Want to get back Zane 7 on the shot clock. James gonna let it rip. Really tough rebound there for Fields. Heady play to get it in the path of Eaglestaff, who takes a bump and stays with it from Barnett. Jenkins on James. Couple hesitations and back out to Huff.
Again, good decision by Jenkins getting in the lane.
Huff hit as he shot it and made it. Honor Huff for 3, his 3rd of the game, and a 4-point play on the table. Let's see that one again. Yeah, got his hand whacked away, but he let it go in time. When you look at Honor Huff's release, Bake, what stands out? I mean, he's obviously insanely accurate, but he gets it up so quickly as well.
Well, up so quickly, and he elevates on the shot. He's got that step back down, and even if you try to close out on that step back, he jumps up and he elevates high, and that makes it very, very difficult for the defense.
And it's a 4-point play for West Virginia. 61-28, and our 3rd member of the broadcast crew, Angelica Trenone, has more.
Well, Andrew, I asked Coach Hodge, is there progression for Honor Huff, or do you tell him just keep playing the way that he's playing? He said, no, there is always progression. He wants him to take that next step, and we saw a little bit of that, he said, in the second half of that Ohio State game, using him more of an initiator on offense and playing with the ball in his hands more. He said that's where he needs to grow, because you don't want to be too reliant on getting it to just one guy. You never know how the opponent can take you out of the game in certain ways, so getting him to grow as a ball handler is the next step.
Thanks, Angelica. Look at the foul on West Virginia. 2 free throws to come here for the Delta Devils, and we saw that score graphic there. He is on pace to get close to his 3-point total from last year, and that's not a Chattanooga. That's a West Virginia. Clearly got some Big 12 games to play and figure it out, see if he can get to that point.
Well, yeah, there'll be a lot of coaches that have a lot of schemes and everything to slow him down, but I think Coach Hodge was right by saying we're going to give him the ball. They've been running him off a lot of screens, a lot of picks to try to get him open. Well, if he already has the ball, then he can work, and that's something that he will get better at, and that's creating his own.
Both free throws made. Eaglestaff picked up the foul underneath, by the way. That'll be his first personal. And elevating is important. Now, he is listed at 5'10" to Honor Huff. He looks so much smaller compared to everybody on the floor. So he's got to get up and get that shot over the head.
Yes. The quick release.
Fields muscled his way through. Huff wanted it again. Off the front of the rim. Taken in stride here by James. And set up here. Thomas trying to front guard Mzane inside, taking it away at least for the moment. Delta Devils continue to try and get 20 the basketball. Now they'll adjust with 8 on the shot clock. James watched by Jenkins. Holmes. In and out, rebound, Eaglestaff.
Mississippi Valley State did not score, but they did a nice job of running the offense that time down.
6th rebound of the game for Trayson Eaglestaff. Huff again, got it to go. 13 points, 4 3-pointers for Honor Huff. And they are finding him. He's got the hot hand.
Oh, yeah.
Up 50% from 3-point land tonight, 64-30 West Virginia. 12 minutes to go, half number 2. Mountaineer lead is ballooned to 34 points. James wants to answer. This one off the back iron. Eaglestaff, 7th rebound of the game. Will run it out for West Virginia. Eaglestaff, given space, good spin, and finish. Perhaps this may be the confidence-building game for Trayson Eaglestaff. He's got 11.
Need this to roll over into Big 12 play.
We got a whistle and a tie-up and a kick call against West Virginia. It will stay with the Delta Devils when we come back from our media timeout. Another 3-ball for Honor Huff. West Virginia has hit 11 of them as a team on the night. 56-30 Mountaineers. 3 West Virginia players in double figures, and they're shooting 58% from the field, 55% from three, 11 three-pointers combined between Floyd, Eaglestaff, Huff, and Amir Jenkins.
Yeah, you know, let's send a shout out and thoughts and prayers to our good friend and colleague Greg Hunter. He had a surgical procedure done, and we're just all hoping that that he's going to recover and can get back on the sidelines or in the Coliseum here.
Pull it for you, G.
Yeah, good man, and I know he's got his eyes on the television tonight, try to pick up as much as he can.
Delta Devils get it started after the kick call, refresh their possession. Good dish underneath. West Virginia has that hemmed in underneath the basket. James rises, misses. Jenkins going to get called for a foul, a hold of the arm of Mzam. Sneaky, almost got away with it.
Yeah, you can't grab an arm like that and pull it and not expect to get caught.
His second.
That'll be his second. And along the baseline, Delta Devils work it in. Close proximity here. And a good move made on Thomas by Mzam.
Basket by Mzam.
Coach Hodge barking at DJ Thomas to get back up the floor. Not sure if he
didn't like that defense that he had there.
Thomas. Jenkins. All the way. Off balance as he took it to the basket. Did not get a foul call despite the bump. And a foul underneath against West Virginia. I think they got Eaglestaff for the call.
Yeah, I think they did.
52, Tracy Eaglestaff. The second.
I'm surprised Mississippi Valley State, let's see here, didn't ask about a potential goaltend. No. I thought at first maybe Fields had hit the ball, but he didn't get it.
At the line, Punch, 76% on the season. And his first shot is good. Patrick Punch, those are his first points of the game. Averaging 7 per contest, 0 for 7 in this one as West Virginia goes to the bench. Fields will take a seat. Lorient and Obioha re-enter.
Coach Hodge having a word with DJ about that last time down court. He wasn't happy with the defense at all.
Punch converts, and it's 66-34. Eaglestaff. All the way and one.
Grayson Eaglestaff. And one.
Eaglestaff with 13. And the foul against Punch. His third. So there's a couple ways to look at this one, Big. Obviously, Trayson Eaglestaff is having himself a very good game. 13 points, 5 of 9 shooting. Confidence goes a long way, so you can look at one or two ways. He's playing well. He can gain confidence, but at the end of the day, you also have to consider that Mississippi Valley State is a one-win team.
Right.
But you do have to take what you can get.
You do. I think the confidence that he has now will go. He needs to hit a couple of shots early on in Big 12 play, and let's see, because he's known as a scorer, so you know he can score, but he just hadn't been able to show it.
Air ball rebounded by Eaglestaff, who was the first player out shooting for West Virginia at our pregame. And speaking of Honor Huff's offense and three-point capabilities translating to the power level, he's here again. Couldn't get it to fall. Rebound to Obioha. Off balance, bounces it baseline to Honor Huff, who hits Eaglestaff for three. He had 51 against South Dakota State, 40 against Alabama. It's in him.
Yes. I think Alabama was ranked like 6th at the time. That was a really, really good-looking shot just now. I don't care what kind of defense it was against. That was a nice-looking shot.
Eaglestaff with a game-high 17, his 4th three-pointer. And a foul against Huff underneath will send Mississippi Valley State to the free throw line with 9:23 to go in the second.
Honor Huff is
And this was an Honor Huff-esque with the way he drifted to the side. They get Huff for the foul. That'll be his first personal. Del Holmes, the junior from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, to the line.
Honor Huff says, I'm not just a great shooter, I can have some assists too.
Huff's got 2 helpers in the game. Lorient with a game-high 5 assists. 72-35. With Holmes hitting his first. This is his first trip to the line tonight. And the next one up and in. Mississippi Valley State stays on the road as they will take on Oklahoma coming up on December 29th. That's the Monday after Christmas, and then SWAC play begins on January 3rd.
Yeah, they've taken some beatings, but that's going to help them when they get into conference play. They're predicted last in the conference to begin with, but I tell you what, playing competition like this certainly can't hurt anything.
Eagle staff, the helper to Obioha. And a subdued celebration this time for 55. 74-36 West Virginia, 9 minutes to go.
It's always something to be said for players getting ready to go home for a little break too. Get to go home, see loved ones and that type of thing. So
sure. How about that 3-ball from Xavion Barnett? And you know, we mentioned Mississippi Valley State getting on the road this year as Road Warriors. 8,800 miles.
Oh.
Light work.
Good gracious.
Is that the distance of the Earth? If you were to go around the Earth that many times, is that 8,800 miles?
It's amazing they have any legs at all.
Eagle staff again.
Eagle staff
with 19 points.
You know, in those 11 losses up to this point, they've played Texas A&M, they played Kansas State, they played Florida State, so they're not really ducking people, you know.
Yeah.
And now here West Virginia, and then going to Oklahoma. Man.
Count it for the Delta Devils. This one from Patrick Punch. That is Punch's first field goal of the game. He was 0 for 7 until that make. We're in a break zone. West Virginia leading 76-41. Floyd at the wing here with 12 on the shot clock. Lorient at the free throw line, chased by Floyd. 7 on the shot clock now. Floyd into the corner. Ugasuk just pushing it up there, and it's tipped out of bounds by MVSU. It'll stay with West Virginia with 7 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the second half. Eagle staff's got 19 as West Virginia continues to cruise. 18 points, leading all scorers here at the Hope Coliseum, making shots and making confident moves on his way to the basket. He's got 19 points, 7 of 11 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3 in 28 minutes, and nearing a double-double. Bake, he's got 8 rebounds.
Yeah, well, he needed a breakout game like that, and just hope that this, rolls over into something really good as West Virginia starts Big 12 play.
Yeah, quiet first half for Trayson Eaglestaff. Transfer for West Virginia. 2 games ago, he had 23 against Little Rock. And he's got 19 now. Can he get over 20 again? No, that's off the front of the rim and rebounded by Mississippi Valley State. Final 6:55 to go here from the Hope Coliseum in Morgantown.
Yeah, got to give Mississippi Valley State a lot of credit. They only have 7 turnovers. I mean, you're playing these type of minutes without rest. I mean, it's hard to, against a defense like West Virginia's, it's tough not to turn the ball over.
James, tough shot in and out, slap back towards the basket, but ultimately rebounded by Obioha. Bake, what is it to not turn the ball over? Is it a willingness? Defensive breakdown there allows Floyd to get right to the cup. Is it willingness? It's got to be coaching too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. The coach, he has them running a rhythm, and good defensive teams will take a lot of that away, but when you only have 8 players, it's tough to maintain that, and they've done a nice job.
Basket finished by Xavier Barnett.
Basket by Barnett.
6 minutes to go.
Mississippi Valley State has switched. They're going to play man-to-man a big portion of the half.
Eagle staff, no good, knocked down. And Barnett can run all the way to the basket and bank it in. He's been a nice bounce of energy for this Mississippi Valley State team. Barnett adding into his point total. He's got 9. Their leading scorer is James with 12.
Well, Coach Hodge is not going to like that. That shot by Eagle staff, nobody rotated back. Ended up being an easy basket for Mississippi Valley State.
And part of the reason maybe as Obioha gets the feed. Nice extra pass to Brennan Lorien. I think everybody froze there because Trayson, as hot as he's been, really expected that one to go
up and go in.
West Virginia has eclipsed the 80-point threshold. Just over 5 minutes to go. Lead of 35 for the Mountaineers. West Virginia sharing the ball well again on that last possession. That's 17 assists on 28 field goals. And that's going to be airballed out of bounds.
Chance Sutton checks in for the Delta Devils.
Chance Sutton will come into the game to replace Lamont Sams.
Yeah, Punch was looking for a foul just now, had his hands up like, he's asking Rick Crawford right now, hey, didn't I get fouled down there just now? As Rick looked at him and just said, no, you just took a bad shot.
Sometimes truth hurts. Eagle staff with 4:40 left in the game. It is the final non-conference game of the season for West Virginia. Floyd underneath. Again, Lorient draws contact, doesn't get the whistle, and that's slapped out of there by the Delta Devils. Backdoor cut. James up on Fields, who took that look away from them. And then Barnett into the corner, James. Deep three. Rebounded by Floyd. It's been a second half field goal percentage for West Virginia, hanging around 60%. It's been highly efficient. Fields to Floyd. Second half field goal percentage, 55%. It was 54%. Eagle staff again.
Just too easy.
Yeah, over 20 points. Eagle staff passed the 20-point mark for the 3rd time this season and twice in the last 3 games. 82-45 West Virginia. James, a 3.5 to go.
West Virginia staying with the man.
4 on the shot clock. James off balance, high arcing shot, grabbed out of the air, but it never touched the rim. It's a shot clock violation. And it's to our final media timeout of the game. West Virginia 82, Mississippi Valley State 45. 3:18 to go. Finish from Eagle staff as West Virginia cruising. Off balance, high arcing shot, grabbed out of the air, but it never touched the rim. It's a shot clock violation. And it's to our final media timeout of the game. West Virginia 82, Mississippi Valley State 45. 3:18 to go. Finish from Eagle staff as West Virginia cruising.
Earlier, he's looking forward to having his entire family here in their new home for Christmas. He said it's really been a tough semester for him, having to split some time with them in Texas and just a lot of going back and forth. So he told me as he's reflecting on this non-conference slate, he's also reflecting on the Christmas spirit and how he's really not taking anything for granted. And that includes being able to spend some time with his family for the holiday. And I know Warren Baker was in the holiday spirit. He arrived in that Santa hat, looking good, babe.
Oh, yeah. Ready to go.
I guess I didn't see that, or did I see it?
No, I've got it right here with me.
Okay.
You know.
I mean, you're allowed to put it on. You're not on camera. Jenkins over midcourt. Thomas, Fields, Eagle staff, and Ugasuk out there for West Virginia. And you like that for Ross Hodge, obviously, to be successful
Sure.
for West Virginia and to have you know, the responsibility of leading the men's basketball program as Jenkins gets the double jump there. You got to understand that it's more than just about the basketball. Rebound, Thomas. Out of bounds and will belong to the Delta Devils, especially to a place like Morgantown.
Yes. I think West Virginia right now, just looking at the last set or so, are really trying to set Eagle staff up for some more shots. See if he can keep this thing rolling and knock a few more down.
And we get a reach-in call against Eagle staff with 2:41 to go.
Foul is called on Trayson Eaglestaff, his third.
That's his third.
Team foul number 7.
Hard to believe Mississippi Valley State's been in Morgantown for 3 days. I wonder what they found to do in that length of time. I don't know.
That's true. That's true. It's been cold. It's been a little warmer. Hey, if they were here yesterday, it actually wasn't too bad.
No.
It wasn't too bad today, as a matter of fact. In terms of Decembers, we've had worse.
Yeah.
Barnett will come back into the game to replace Zane. West Virginia 82, Mississippi Valley State 45 with 2:41 to go. Yeah, so final non-conference game for the Delta Devils on the road Monday after Christmas at Oklahoma. As the first of a 1-1 in from James, he's got 13 points.
You know, in talking to Ross Hodge this afternoon, it was one of those situations where he's glad that these guys get to go home, but I think he just wants them to enjoy themselves. You know, I said, do you want them to get some shots up or anything like that? He says, well, not necessarily. He says, you go to a gym and you end up in a pickup game, and all of a sudden somebody rolls an ankle, so you don't want to do that.
I was going to say, if you get enough bodies out there, the competitive spirit takes over.
Yeah, it does. Get in a gym where you can get some shots up, and that's about all you want to be able to do.
Jenkins with 10 on the shot clock. Bank no good. Another aggressive rebounds there from Fields. Eagle staff, they continue to set him up with the left. He flushes it in with 23 points, and that will tie a West Virginia high for Eagle staff. He's got 23, and that's 23 twice in the last 2 games as Eagle staff goes to the bench. 2 rebounds shy of a double-double, 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists for Trayson Eagle staff. And Niall Howitt will now check into the game for the Mountaineers. Howitt, 6'4" freshman from Japan.
The entire West Virginia bench up, giving high fives to Eagle staff, knowing how important it was for him to be able to have a game like he did tonight.
Sam scores with less than 2 minutes to go, 84-49 Mountaineers. West Virginia and their support staff, strength coach, checking him out, making sure he's okay.
Sometimes I think Amir Jenkins wishes he was 6'9", because he likes to get inside and mix it up with everybody.
We'll get a foul call there against the Delta Devils, 1:40 to go. That'll be a foul not yet putting West Virginia in the bonus. That is the 6th team foul, 4th on Sam's. Isn't it the world famous line? You always have the guards and the smaller guys to say, man, if I was 6'5", if I was 6'6", I'd be dunking at every possession.
Yes.
It's not that easy.
There he is again.
Can't get the roll. There's Fields to follow it up. Ultimately pulled down by MVSU. Yeah, that's a good thing to see. I mean, you work on that skill set, which is a different skill set underneath the basket.
Sure.
Count it for Patrick Punch. And you have players that sometimes are small but play big, and sometimes players that are big that play smaller than they actually are. 1:02 to go, 84-51 Mountaineers.
There's Jenkins again inside, trying to get somebody off the feet.
Ugasuk to Jenkins, and then Thomas. Good fake and foul pull. Barnett yanking DJ Thomas as he'll shoot 2 with 44 seconds to go.
Any major plans for the holidays, Andrew?
Not that I know of. Got some family coming up here, which is nice. And now we're hanging around for the next 8 days before we head out to Kansas with the West Virginia women's basketball team. First free throw up and in. It'll be a very much appreciated 8 days, because once the travel begins with basketball, it does not stop, especially when baseball season gets around.
No, you're exactly right. Oh, my.
We should have you in a baseball game. You know enough, right?
Yeah.
If they let me do it, they let you do it. 86-51, still trying to work on getting the skipper, Randy Mazey. And watch his son, Weston, playing the team this year. And a tie-up jump ball. Arrow goes to West Virginia with 31.1 on the clock. So it'll be a 1 second differential between the game clock and shot clock. See if they just let West Virginia dribble this one out. (86-51) West Virginia, a game where they shoot 54% and 44% from three. Trayson Eaglestaff leads the way with 23, 5 in double figures for West Virginia. 14 of 18 from the free throw line and 12 of 27 from three. Howard had it taken away with 5 seconds to go, and Fields with a pin to close things out. West Virginia victorious in the final non-conference game of the season, 86-51. It is a 9-win non-conference slate for head coach Ross Hodge in his first year with West Virginia. Big performance from West Virginia that started slow but eased into it and got a really promising performance from Trayson Eaglestaff. You will need performances like that with Big 12 basketball less than 2 weeks away.
Well, I agree with you 100%, and I think part of it was due to Mississippi Valley State playing the zone. West Virginia really not accustomed to seeing that. So it was nice to see West Virginia make some adjustments and really get in the flow against that zone.
Eaglestaff 23 on 9 of 16 shooting to go along with 8 rebounds. It's a double-double for Harlan Obioha, 12 points, 10 rebounds. 13 for Huff as he hit 4 threes. Thomas 11, Jenkins with 10. West Virginia 30 of 56 from the floor, 17 assists on 30 field goals for the Mountaineers, and they hold the visiting Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils to 34% shooting. They go 18 for 53 and just 11% from three-point range. 1 of 9 from downtown. Points in the paint were 36-22 West Virginia. Offensive rebounds were even 11-11. Steals were 5-3 Mississippi Valley State. Blocks were equaled at 2-2. Fast break points were 8-1 in favor of the visitors, as we're hoping to get a post-game interview with West Virginia head coach Ross Hodge or with the leading scorer in the game, Trayson Eaglestaff, in just a bit. But a chance to sing Country Roads goes a long way for West Virginia, as the Mountaineers will hit the road for the first game in the Big 12 Conference, which will be a matchup at Hilton Coliseum with Iowa State. Certainly going to be a tough one, and you got to get healthy.
That's exactly right. And
all right, Angelica Trinone standing by with Trayson Eaglestaff.
All right, Trayson, 23 points, 2 boards shy of a double-double for you. I remember talking to you a couple weeks ago, talking about your progression. How have you yourself improved through non-conference play?
Yeah, just my physicality. Like, if you told me I was close to getting a double-double in my college career, like 2 years ago, last year, I would think you're crazy. But Coach Hodge has really emphasized physicality and just like being a grown man at the end of the day, and really helped me since being here. So, I mean, I'm just blessed to have those type of coaches in my life to push me to show something that I never thought I could do in the first place. So, I mean, that's really cool just to see that, and my physicality has been the biggest thing for sure.
Now, I know defensive improvement is something Coach Hodge wanted to see as you guys get ready for Big 12 play. What is there left to tighten up before facing Iowa State?
I mean, like Coach Hodge says, we have to get better every day. I mean, this is a great team win. We've defended really well today, but I mean, there's always things to get better at. So just having that mindset, knowing like you're never at your full potential, and hopefully you get there to the end of March, and that's what we're planning to do. So just coming up, showing up every day, and getting better.
Trayson, thank you. Go enjoy and have a great holiday.
Thank you. You too. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Angelica. Thank you, Trayson. And a shout out to our entire ESPN Plus broadcast crew. For our talent stat man, Mike Montoro, our producer, Roger Lenhart, for Warren Baker, I'm Andrew Caridi saying so long from the Hope Coliseum, where the final score is West Virginia 86, Mississippi Valley State 51. All games airing on the ESPN networks or streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.